Hey gang, I'm Paul Stepek. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, Jordan and I are back here at our mother-in-law cottage remodel. We've got a lot done since the last time we were here. Let's take you inside and show you what we did. All right, I'm back here in the kitchen. Last time we were here, gang, I was talking about mapping out the electric and how important it was, but all of a sudden we have drywall up. What happened? Well, we had all the electric done. The rough electric was done. We insulated, hung a few sheets of drywall, mudded it, textured it, and this has a coat of primer, and we're actually ready for cabinets. But don't worry, gang, you didn't miss much. If there's something we think you're gonna miss, we'll make sure to video it. But this is all stuff we've shown you before. It's very straightforward. Also got the ceiling patch. Remember, there was a big soffit here and one here where the cabinets used to hang down over the peninsula. All that's gone. It's gonna be open. It's gonna look great. And you'd be hard pressed to find where my patch is. I usually don't brag on myself, but I'm really happy with how this came out. And in fact, we don't have painting in our contract. The owners are gonna do it all. And they came over and said, thanks for painting the ceiling, it looks awesome. And we had to tell them, well, we didn't paint the ceiling. That's how well this texture covered and blended in with the old texture. But the subject of today's video is not on the ceiling or the walls, it's actually on the floor. And as you can see, Jordan and I got the floor installed. I think, yeah, this board is original right here on my left foot, and everything towards Jordan is brand new. We installed that late one night last week. But today we're not going to talk to you about installing a floor. We're going to show you how we patch a floor. Let's head back into the master bedroom and show you what we got. All right, we're back here in the master bedroom. And if you remember, we used to have a little closet tucked away in the corner right here. Really cut up this room. And as you can see on the floor, you can tell where the closet used to be. And then this big closet used to be one long hall closet with a doorway over here on the end, which we filled in, and then we cut in this opening for two beautiful salvage doors that we're gonna hang here.
Yeah, we're gonna create a custom jam for them, right?
Right.
Video coming on that.
But we have to fill in the floor here, here, and here. And my original intent was to move all this furniture out of here, pull the shoe, pull the baseboard, and pull all the flooring back, all the way back to right here where my toes are, then relay it with new boards where we needed to fill in where the walls used to be.
But you were kidding yourself, because I know that you don't even have time for all that.
And you threw me a challenge. You said, Dad, can we patch that without pulling up the whole floor? And I said, actually we can. It might be a great idea for a video. So we're gonna show you how to patch this floor. All right, you only have two options to fix this floor, gang. You can rip it all up, all the way back to where you need to, and relay the whole thing, filling in the voids as you go. The second option is a patch, and that's what we're gonna do. I would do the first option, pulling the whole thing up. Like in new construction, you had a contractor, maybe there was a couple of boards damaged in the middle. I would fully expect them to pull that floor up, fix those damaged boards, and relay the floor. But on this house, a patch is gonna be perfectly appropriate, and you're not even gonna be able to tell we were here. A lot of people have these floors. You probably have a box of it in the attic, and maybe you're thinking to yourself, I just have one board I need to fix, or I have two boards I need to fix. Are you telling me I gotta pull up 100 boards or 200 boards to fix those? Nope, you can actually just pull up one or two and fix them individually. Let's head out to the truck, get our tools, and we're gonna show you how to do it. All right, first patch we're gonna make is this one here by the old closet. Then we're gonna attack the bigger patch behind me. So obviously I need to patch here and here where the wall was. So I'm gonna start with this one right here. Once we pull this one out, I can easily get this one out. But the only way to get this one out is to cut it out. Because remember, it's got the tongue and groove into this one and into this one. And since I don't want to damage any of these boards surrounding the one we're replacing, I used a straight edge and a Sharpie and I put an X on the board. That's our cut line. So let's grab the circular saw, set the depth, and cut that board out. All right, gang, you saw how easy that board came out after we made the X cut. Now over here, I did use my utility knife, make a little cut all the way to the corner so it would break a little easier. And as you can see, the neighboring boards are just fine. They're not damaged at all. Now, about right now in the video, you're probably wondering, where's the vapor barrier? Well, you're right. Whoever installed this house did not put one down. But remember, this was right after that major flood. Who knows, maybe the home centers were completely out of it and they didn't have the material.
We can't fault them for that.
We can't. Now, when we laid the kitchen, we did put some down, but maybe you're sitting there also and you're saying, hey, Stud Pack, I thought you're all about doing this thing right. You need to rip out that whole house, put vapor barrier down, and reinstall the whole floor. It's simply not in the budget, gang, so we're just gonna repair this without a vapor barrier. So our first step, we've got this ready to go. It's all vacuumed, and we're gonna take this board and slide it in right there, put another one here, and this is really gonna be the patch. So let's get this row in first. Less than 3 inches, gang, but check it out. Chip the board, even though I was using a tapping block like that. So I cut it in half, we're gonna rip it out, try again.
That's how it goes.
This is the real world.
Right on. Jobs.
All right, we got that first row in. The candle wax does help. I got about a 1/4 inch of movement every hammer tap, don't you think, Jordan?
Yeah, but I think that was more because of these guys right here.
Right. So that looks great. You can already kind of get a feel for how this is gonna look when it's done. So obviously one more row left, and here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna engage this side towards Jordan. The tongue in the groove is locked together, and we're gonna drop this side down. But this part is in our way, so we have to remove it. We're gonna take it out to the staple saw and cut that off. Then it will drop down. We're gonna tap it under this one to lock this in together, and the glue is gonna hold this, and then we'll put in the small piece. So let's set out to the table saw and trim off that little section right there. All right, just like that, gang. Barely enough height on the blade to remove this without damaging the top. You see I got a little step right there? Perfect. Now that we got our test piece figured out, let's run the real piece through the blade.
Go ahead.
Check it out, gang. Like I said, you'll never know we were here. Now we do have a little bit of a lip right there. We need to push it down. So the way we came up with to apply pressure to that, we really don't have anything heavy enough here. We're gonna put this shelf over it to protect the floor, put a board on the ceiling, and then force it down with these 2x4s applying pressure against the ceiling.
And that way the glue will bond properly.
That's right.
Perfect.
All right, gang, we got these 2x4s up. They're applying more pressure to that glue joint than any weight we ever could have put on there, so that's gonna be great. So let's move over here and work on this one. And then remember, this used to be a wall. The access to this big old closet was at the end of the hallway. We walled that off, got a nice new opening here. So this is gonna work to our advantage because the flooring continued in this bedroom, went through the bedroom door, down the hall, and into this closet. So the pattern should match. We have a narrow board here and a narrow board here. We can just remove those, no X cuts needed, and then a full board should fit here and here. Our glue seam is gonna be in the doorway, and that's beneficial for 2 reasons. Number one, it's in the doorway, and number two, we can put pressure on the glue joint right here against our header. So let's suit up and get this flooring out of here. All right, gang, just like that. Let's get the vacuum out, clean up, vacuum it really well, start laying back our floor in this direction towards the closet. See that gap right there, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do gaps here at Stud Pack. So we're gonna pull off that base shoe behind you and just push that floor towards us a little bit.
To close that gap?
Yep, let's make it perfect. A little bit more. All right, guys, closet patch done the same way. We've got our 2x4s applying pressure on our glue joint, so that's going to be great. And check it out over here. We actually removed the braces we had here, and that looks fantastic. You cannot tell where the patch is, and you'll never know there was a closet here when we're done. That's kind of the goal.
Yeah.
Nobody ever wants to know we were here, right?
We need to be ghosts.
That's right. So hopefully that gave you the confidence to patch your own floor if you need to. It's easier than it looks, and you guys got this. So cut an X on that like button for us. Put a nice new panel in there so when you smash it, it's nice and strong. Ask us a question, drop us a comment. We'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. It means the world to me and Jordan, and we'll see you on the next one.